Hey guys, what's up? How you guys doing? Welcome here to another episode of Maisha Africa, and this is the first video of 2023. So happy New Year, guys!
Happy New Year!
I hope you guys had an awesome holiday. Karibuni if you're a new subscriber. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kindly subscribe, like, and watch my previous videos. And yeah, welcome to Maisha Africa family. So guys, today I have friends with me on the channel. As you can see, some beautiful ladies. I'll let them introduce themselves. And as you can see down below, today we're going to be talking about setting up a business in the coast area. So this is something we're going to touch on because we all have different businesses that we've started up in the coast, and we'll talk about advantages and disadvantages and see how we can grow and help someone who wants to come to the coast and maybe start a business and see how you yourself can grow as well. So I'll let these guys introduce themselves and tell you who they are, and then we'll start right on.
Why you guys are looking at me?
Yes, you're on the end.
But that is also an end anyway. I'll start. So my name is Joy Obunyo. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a CEO at Pure Glow Plug. That's a skincare brand. And I'm also a CEO at Skin Travels, which is a tours and travels company. Yeah. And aside from that, I'm also a content creator sometimes, but mostly an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Oh, hi guys, I'm Fanny and I'm also an entrepreneur and I work with Joy. We kind of like co-founded like the same company, so it's like, well, if you see me, you see Joy, I work in the same company, yeah. Yeah.
My name is Sheba, I'm a content creator and I'm also a business owner. Although I've started being a business owner just like a few months ago, mostly I do content, but I work in a business that also we own as a family. So yeah, I would say I'm a business owner and a content creator. So yeah,
as you heard, thank you guys also actually for coming on to my show.
Thank you for having
You're welcome.
And I hope we can learn from each other and maybe share with guys and help them see that, you know, starting up a business in the coast is not impossible, and there are ways that you can achieve to make it successful.
Yeah.
So the key things that basically we want to talk about is just how we've seen businesses in coast, how they were. Like when I moved here like a year ago. I don't know, how long have you lived here?
This is now my third year. I'm in the first quarter of my third year.
And you?
This is like my first, I finished my first year, so like I'm 1 year, like 2 months in Watamu now.
And both Sheba and I are from Nairobi, but Fanny and sorry, Joy.
Joy is from Nairobi.
You're mainly from okay,
I'm from
interesting.
all over because I also
Which is
live in
good,
Yeah,
which is
like
also
from
good because
Eldoret.
now you guys can tell us how it is business-wise there, and then how was it like coming to coast as in and compared to Kisumu
Nairobi
and Kisumu, yeah, because definitely there are big differences. Like for me, I would say setting up a business in coast is possible and it's doable, but it's harder for people to receive you because first of all the population is a bit lower than Nairobi, and then also they're not like used to new things. That's what I've felt. Like when you start something, they're kind of skeptical, and then they see, okay, this is something we can tap into. Then I feel like that's something I've noticed. I don't know if it's the same for you guys.
yeah, me I've definitely noticed.
You've noticed it?
Yeah, because like you feel like they're like some years back, which is a good thing because you get to introduce some things. Although like she said, the warm-up is not gonna be like instant, but there is growth, so there is room for
Bro,
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying that, I can give a simple business. Guys here like Nazi, and that's their drink.
Yeah.
But when you bring something like keg is not something that you can find everywhere. In fact, not so many people here in Malindi or in Watamu know about keg. So it's just one spot. So it's like, but though there are still some people who are like getting the hang of it. So there are some businesses, I guess, they're like that.
Well, for me, I think my main challenge when it comes to opening a business in the coast, especially in Watamu to be particular, is that there's a very thick line between the haves and the haves not. So when it comes to actually introducing a product into the market, the percentage of people that can actually afford that product is little,
lower.
as opposed to, let's say, if you have a certain business, let's say for instance skincare, you have it in Nairobi, you'll tend to get more clients
It's true.
in Nairobi because there are more people who are able to afford it, as opposed to like here in Watamu. That's like a con that I've faced.
That business.
But still they're also warming up, and also with that knowledge in mind, as a business you're forced to now get other strategies to push your
market,
product and to try and also penetrate the hubs, because you just have to get clientele.
It's true. And for you, Fanny, has it been for you?
Yeah, like for the cons, it's like for me, it was like such a big issue transitioning first of all from Kisumu and then to Watamu, and then bearing in mind I'd never done any business. I just used to sell, like, let's say clothes when I was in campus. That's like the only business history I had. But then when I come to Watamu, people here, like, most people here are relaxed. They're in like that chill vibe. You know, there's no challenges. So
there's no pressure.
When you're starting a business, most of the time it's like you're on your own. But then as you grow, you come to realize, like, the community, they're not used to it, but eventually they always support you. Like, you get to know people, they get to know what you're doing, and they get to believe in what you're doing, and then they support you. Like,
and I think that's something I've also experienced, because now with the tours and the travel agency and stuff, when I wanted to market people's houses, they were more open to it. They're like, oh yeah, you know, because maybe some of them had not experienced such a thing. So when you come up with an idea, like something that you would normally see in Nairobi, you do a small shoot here and there, you see people are more accepting of that. If you have something that you can give that can also benefit them, I think. So, and also, like, I think the reason why it's hard to tap into the business sector here is because people here, their lifestyle is a bit slower than Nairobi and maybe Kisumu. Because town, everyone is like pop, you know, everyone is just moving. But here, guys are chill. Someone can open their shop at 10, another person is comfortable opening at 4 p.m. and they would still make money. For them, it's not even how many people are going to show up, or you know, like,
as long as they open their business that day
and they're able to make the amount of money they need to make.
As long as
they've showed up.
It's so true, as long as
like,
they've showed
this
up.
place has literally shown me that slow living, like, it has literally shown me what slow living is. Because they are no stress. I shit you not, you might. But also, one thing I also came to realize, if you're here on vacation, you might think that everyone opens at 10, 11. Let me shit you not. There are people who open when the mosque is being opened at 5 a.m. They are also awake.
True.
Even the fishermen.
Exactly.
So
there's just it's different. Like it's a balance. There are people whose work are before dawn.
And there are those who would prefer to work when it's not too hot, because it does get really hot here. So I can only imagine, like, for
get
some
lazy. It's very
it's not
slow living. It's good for your mental health. You know, the slow life.
I think
the
that's
slow living.
You actually get to live life.
But from someone who's from the city, if you're a smart thinker, now you go with that slow living, you can make good money from it. Because I think now when you set up that business at that time and you're like, okay, what do these guys need? You know, you think about something that's not been thought of by other people. Before someone else comes, you've tapped into it. You're like the first person who started it. And so you're not like going, as much as it's a slow living, lifestyle, well,
You've already been exposed.
if you're coming here in terms of
So-
business, you can't really think on that because now you'll get distracted and then your vision for making money will get lost. But I think, but if you're like a smart thinker, you can
Balance.
You balance. Hey, it's true. You balance because cost is fun.
Yeah, hey, they don't say Mombasa Raha for nothing.
Nakwambia, 1 minute here.
But I
There's
think
always a sherehe going on. By the way, you can get derailed.
But
It's
I
so
think
easy to get derailed.
as young
yeah.
people, if we think smart and we see that we have opportunities here in Coast, because now we're tapping into something that not everyone is here. You see, you're coming to a place like Watamu, let's say approximately 100k people at most. You come and introduce something that is in Nairobi to like 1 million people. You're competing with another, I don't know how many people on the same street with the same business. But no, you like now, for example, where we are, by the way, we are at Mommy's Pizza and we're so grateful that they've allowed us to shoot at their place.
The pizza is amazing.
It's awesome.
We are so full right now. If you see our tummy, okay, if you see our tummy, we are so full right now. But
Us we are full, by the way. But that's
everyone is we can have leftovers.
yeah, so you see, like a place like Mommy's Pizza, they're on this street. When you look at this street, do you see another pizza place? No. So even if it's just like then, even if you do see it's maybe 1 or 2,
yeah.
so the competition is not that exactly. So if you're a young person and you're coming here to make money, I think the first thing you should focus on mostly is just that, making money. And Amma,
Well, there is that.
but
remember, Watamu also, like, okay, not Watamu, but the coast region per se operates on a seasonal basis. So yes, you want to make money, but have that in mind that it operates in
There's
a
a
seasonal.
season, yeah.
But are you opening up a business that will thrive through the low season only? I mean, the high season only or low?
For how
I
long have
feel
you lived in
like-
Watamu? How long have you lived in Watamu?
I feel like here you have to look like as much
Most
as,
of our
it goes,
revenue.
as it's good, you have to look for another market outside that will sustain you
Yes.
when there are
Right.
no seasons here.
Right.
So that you don't fully depend on the market here. Since you're smart and you're targeting other people as well, you can introduce now like ways to penetrate this market when it's booming.
Yeah.
But then when it's low, what do? You have to stick out.
Because now with us, with now bringing in guests, bookings and stuff,
Yeah.
we do have low season and high season. But for sure, like what she said, you do have something to, like you have to have something else too.
Yeah.
Definitely balance it out.
Yeah.
But also, if someone told me this, and I think this is something that I carried on coming here to Watamu. They said that the money that I make in the high season is able to sustain me in the low season. Because because I was asking them, how are you able to pay rent for this place? And they're like, the money that I make in the high season, I'll make sure that I've paid
so you have to
rent.
monetize the
Yeah,
high
so that's why I'm
season.
saying, okay, as much as you want to have fun, like you also have to kind of balance it and make sure that your mind is not too sunk in the fun that you forget about, hey, I was supposed to be making money, because money comes and goes, you see, and opportunities as well come and go. So you can be in Watamu and then in the next 5 years, Watamu is a whole other different place when you could have tapped into something way earlier. That's
And
what I
also,
think.
I feel like here you have to be more financially aware than Nairobi, because in Nairobi, let's say you're able to stumble upon money so many times. You know,
Right.
like even when you're broke, like in the evening you could have money. Here it doesn't work like that unless it's like high season. So like now you have to work with that. Here you have to be very financially aware. You have to plan for those months. You have to think ahead. Whereas like in Nairobi or like you can even be called and told, hey,
There's a gig here.
Yeah, hey, it's true.
Yeah.
Even if it's making 2,000, you've made your money. Yeah, you said you
Here
can.
you have to prepare for the low season. It's not like business is bad.
Yeah.
But anyone who wants to open a business here or rather settle down in Watamu and with the hopes of like doing business, you have to be aware that also there is the peak season and there is the low season.
Right.
And also have in consideration that there is a very thick line between the haves and the have-not in Watamu. So whatever it is you're bringing into the market has to consider. You
Both
want to
sides.
serve, has to consider both sides. Can it serve you know, so that because they're more locals. Like, at the end of the day, they're
There are more locals than tourists. Yeah.
And if your product can actually reach the local market
well,
then you're good
then
to
you're
go.
set.
During the
Yeah.
low season, you have something that supports. During the high season,
you're still able to sustain yourself. And sorry to cut you short. I think it's also important for you guys to give your views, especially if you moved to coast. It could be Mombasa, Kilifi, anywhere really, and you've moved and you've set up a business. How was it for you? Please drop down your comments below, and even if you can relate with us, or maybe you'd want to move here, is there like something you would want to know? Maybe we can comment on our pages separately. That would be nice to know. And kindly subscribe if you're new to the channel.
Yeah.
Press that button.
It's
subscribe.
free.
Subscribe. Imagine.
It's so free. Like click to
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you guys think that it's possible to like start up a business in Coast and thrive and like not look back and say,
Yeah.
I don't need to be in Nairobi to make money?
It's definitely.
Are you guys not in Watamu? Why are you guys not back?
Yeah. Exactly.
So clearly,
we are living proof.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, it takes discipline. You know, with the life people live here, you have to be
It's
super disciplined.
Yeah.
So even like, okay, let me work today.
There's so many things.
If you don't, you won't get shit. I'm telling you.
But
You're not
hopefully
living the same life. Yeah.
And you also have to just be able to, because the reason why I find my partnership with Fanny is to be the perfect partnership is I'm not so much extroverted. I'm more of an introvert, and she's more of an extrovert. So I might be quiet here, but she's out there talking.
Yeah.
The main.
So when I'm on the ground doing development and all that, admin work, she's outside doing
Right.
the mouth work and the marketing.
It's very
Balance. Let me tell you.
And even the admin is also equally important.
Because without the admin,
I love
there's
that
no
you guys have
direction.
said it's the perfect
Exactly. And you can't do
I
it on
say,
your own. It's so
True.
hard.
And that's what you need, I think, because sometimes coast can be very lonely. Like you can come here and you're like, who?
Especially if you're single.
Hey. As in coast can
Oh
be
my goodness.
so you need
Let's
like
talk about it.
that's a whole other topic, guys. Like we can even like loneliness in the coast, but anyway, I'm just joking. But it can be really lonely in the sense that you're so when you think back at home, Nairobi, you have your people. When Kisumu, wherever we've come from, we have some people that we can at least call a group we can rely on. But now you're coming into a new town, and it's something that uko peke yako, you didn't carry your whole crew, so you're like,
and everyone in Nairobi is looking
and
at
then
you like you
exactly
And like there's
that's
different
the thing.
communities
Yeah,
here. Like
exactly.
I don't know, there's the local,
Yes.
there's the
So
other
it's very
Africans.
dynamic.
So
So
By the way, Watamu, it's such a small town, but it's very dynamic. It's like a cosmopolitan of a sort, yeah?
Right.
Because we have the best 5-star hotels,
Right.
Tropical
but also,
vibes.
but also the village.
Yeah,
You know,
it's such a juxtaposition.
love
Like you
that.
like, it's like
It's
literally
insane.
the
Yeah.
ocean, everything just
even
blends
the
together.
line, the line between the rich and the poor here, like
It's so
someone who has
by the way.
That's why I was saying the house and the house, it's very thick. The line is very
It's like-
thick.
very thick.
Like you can say it's clear.
But
Hapa
everyone-
sasa, kule naingilia hapa watu hawana
You
pesa.
But
just
it
know,
motivates you. It
yeah,
motivates you as a
exactly.
business
So
person
when you
to
come
go
here,
out there.
when you come here, you think about it. You're like, okay, you've scouted the place. You know how this is. Is this somewhere where you'd want to set up your business? Yes. If you decide it's a place where you want to set up your business, then now look at how you can tap into the market differently. What's making you stand out?
Yeah.
Because we can all have travel agencies, but okay, what makes you stand out from
And I was
me?
told that when initially came to Watamu,
Yeah.
I was asked what do you do, and then I said we're planning to tap into the travel industry, but they're like there's so many people who are doing
The
that.
same thing.
What's
So
the difference?
The
Yeah.
thing is, all beach boys here do tours and travel.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, true.
all beach boys here do
Yeah.
tours and
It's
travel.
the
So what-
dedication, the
Yeah.
personalization,
Yeah,
the
how you bring it
customization.
Right.
you know, how
and I
to
think
get to-
because us well, I'm not saying actually the people from here are not unique, but I believe so much because as we've come from the Nairobi setup and more creative vibes and all that, there's so much we can bring into this coast vibes, I think. And not only just travel agencies or however, in terms of marketing, in terms of advertising, in terms of like just reaching out to people.
And also, for me, I feel like the core reason as to why, because when Skins Travel started, I started and then Fanny's joined me later.
Right.
But the core reason why I was glued to this town was because it is a beautiful town, and I noticed that most people outside Watamu do not know what Watamu is. They don't know where Watamu is.
Yes.
So my main goal was to actually bring local tourists
To here.
and make them see what the people go to Zanzibar to.
Yes.
Zanzibar is so far away.
Because
but
Watamu
you have
has a
beautiful
lot
beaches.
to offer. Watamu has a lot
Even
to
the low
offer.
season, like we can solve that by introducing the local tourists to Watamu. Because low
Right.
season, it only means like the European, the
Don't even
outside
talk.
international
Let me tell you,
guests.
during COVID, it is only local tourism that helped this town to stay
Yeah,
alive.
but I also
They
think
were
it's low
sustained
season
by-
because by that time the beaches look like shit. They are dirty.
No. I'm saying in 2020 when COVID hit and there was lockdown. I don't think that time you had come here yet. But the only people that were keeping this town alive
the locals.
were
The locals.
like Nairobians.
True.
Like they were the ones
That's
that
when
kept
I
this
think
place.
that's even when, because
Active.
when you look at it, when people started shooting reels for
Content, yeah.
during COVID.
Yeah.
People started,
Right.
Even when you look at how it doesn't make sense how the beaches in Mombasa are so full when here we have so many.
The whole coastline here, like we have more than 10 kilometers of the beach.
But it's not only the beach actually that can be an attraction. Let's say like in the low season when the beaches
There's so
don't
many-
look so
yeah,
good. Now we
yeah.
can
There's
try
so
and,
many
like,
other
tap into
things.
something else to bring people to Watamu because I feel Watamu is so big
And it's just
so much.
taking that time to actually scout where you're at, because it's not just Watamu. Someone else can be in Nyali, someone else can be in Vipingo, wherever really. But it's how you look at it. What are you trying to achieve from all this, and how creatively can you get into it? So it's just that's pretty much, I think, how for me, I think that's how I can win in setting up a business in the coast. Like just coming up different, not trying to be like everyone else. Because like she can take you to Marafa, I can take you to Marafa, she can take you. Okay, but then what does that mean?
Yeah.
Is
There's
it
a name.
exactly? Yeah.
There's actually a name to that. It's called transformational economy, like where you put in your personalization, your customization,
exactly. The
you relate to the
presentation of
client
something,
one-on-one,
yeah.
to make them
Personal
feel
touch.
like humans. You know, that's the essence.
Right.
Of like, yeah.
So I think this is a good topic. I think this is something people should talk about often, because when you think about coast, you think about vacation and that's it. But there's so much more to it.
True, by the way.
There's so much more to it, and I think even the locals as well. Because what I've seen here is, okay, the people are too relaxed and they can make way much more money.
They're very friendly.
But they are friendly, it's true.
You can
But
sleep hungry here in Watamu.
But you don't want to be looking
But
for
then
money
what?
every
What did you
day.
say?
You
I'm
can't
like in
sleep
Watamu it's so
hungry.
hard to sleep hungry because people are so friendly.
But
like,
you
there's
don't.
that
But you don't
vibe.
want to always wonder you're gonna sleep hungry. You get it's cool. It's cool. What I mean is like here there's so many coconuts and mangoes and all these things and you can just be creative too and tap into something. You don't even have to start something big. Just get some coconuts. If you can make coconut oil, if you can do some products and just simple DIY stuff, I think.
Yeah, and you live your best life by the
Exactly.
beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, one thing people also don't really know about Watamu or the coast in general is that housing is affordable. Housing and life is generally just so affordable. The only hiccup you'll find is that vegetable is expensive because it's so hot, so it's like most vegetables are perishable. Yeah, the cost of living is very friendly. The only hiccup you'll face, the only challenge you'll face is when it comes to the cost of vegetable. But other than that, life is affordable. People are really nice. People are really kind.
friendly.
And
and
also here, sorry to here people show you how to. That's what I've learned. People here are so grateful for the little that they have that you even see how you have a lot. You know, like you even see how you're just grateful for what you have and what you know.
And you appreciate
from one step to the another to the other.
Exactly. You had the last point, yeah, to me.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say one of like the pros of living here and how living in Watamu has helped me. Like it has done so much good for my mental health.
Yeah,
So
I would
much. The
agree.
nature,
I would agree.
the people. It's so
It's so
good.
true.
Yeah.
And I think in as much as we're all trying to make money and trying to make it in this, business world, it's good to take a step back and appreciate the steps that you've taken. Even if today you made a phone call and the company said just yes, hawajakupea pesa bado, but wamesema yes, appreciate. Even if you made a connection today, just those moments, I think living in the coast has really also made me appreciate just being able to like take time and usa and be like, hey, okay,
Be even
sawa,
more aware
of what's
yourself.
going on.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
True.
So as much as you're making money, be smart, be wise, but definitely have fun as well. And we're so grateful that you guys were able to join us in this talk. We could say so much about the
so much. I still have so much.
so much.
I feel like we could have a part 2.
Yeah, definitely. But I think you guys have understood like where we're going with this and seeing that it's possible and it's doable. And I'm so grateful for you guys showing up.
Thank you
Sorry.
for having us.
Sorry.
No
sorry.
problem. It's okay.
There's one important point I really wanted to put across when it comes to having starting a business in Watamu. Do not be afraid to approach the already established people in terms of collaboration.
Yes.
They're so open to collaborate with you in any way or
It's true.
just approach them with your
I've
idea. Like for
experienced
instance, we've experienced great collaborations through different resorts.
It's true.
Everywhere, and
Chitume.
they are very welcoming as long as you give them a good proposal. For instance, even here where we are shooting, Mami has really offered, was kind enough to offer us a location,
Yeah.
to offer us food to get the experience of what they have,
And it was so
and also
good.
to it was just an amazing experience.
Watamu, you
Yeah.
just see mommy is
And
just there.
honestly, it was just us approaching them and then telling them that this is what we have on the table. Would you be open to
Yeah.
seeing what
So
we're doing?
don't doubt yourself.
Don't doubt yourself. As long as you believe in what you're doing,
Don't-
go out there and approach people.
Exactly.
Right now, for instance, our batters are in almost all the resorts here because we just went ahead and we were like,
Chituma, just
Yeah.
find each other.
they are open to collaborate with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best thing about such places because now you see Nairobi and it's such a full like market. It's so
hard to
full.
get your product into Hilton or Serena or
Exactly,
wherever.
exactly. So that's a very, very important point. So
Yeah.
don't doubt yourself. Make that move. Like just see how, and it's okay to get a no because you never know where the yes is gonna come
Yeah.
from. So, kabisa. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Come to Mommy's and order your pizza.
Yes,
have
they-
nice drinks.
And they do deliveries. They have cocktails as well, and they also have soft drinks. If you're not someone for cocktails, you can enjoy your soft drinks. Children can enjoy the menu as well.
Yeah.
So guys, we'll plug the numbers down below. We all have our business setups. We'll plug them down below. Thank you so much. Karibuni to Maisha Africa. Subscribe. And yeah, see you on the next episode. Ciao.